Hello all, Accionoctem here with my husband Talsen.
What's up, guys?
We're going to give you a brief look at Star Wars The Old Republic. We've created 2 Sith warriors. Talsen's going to give tanking a try and I'm going to do DPS. So you're going to get a look at the Sith warrior storyline as well as all the side quests. So there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this series of videos. If you don't want to mess with that, just go check out some of our other videos and we'll catch you maybe on the Republic side when I start that series. Okay, just going to get started on our first quest here.
Okay, if I remember right, there's a quest to kill these things, so...
Yeah, I think it's a bonus quest.
It's always a good idea to kill the mobs that you see in the area, because usually they always offer a bonus quest of some sort, which can always give you extra XP, or sometimes they're a chain of bonus quests, which can lead to actually good rewards, such as like accommodations, fair amount of credits, things like that.
Yeah, they're usually worthwhile and they don't really take very long. It's almost always mobs that you need to kill that are in your way for other quest objectives anyway.
Turn off my tutorial. I don't need that anymore. It's actually a pretty helpful thing, but I don't think it also helps if I would turn on my Shicho form. I guess I'm probably going to butcher me for pronouncing that wrong, but you get the idea. Which enters a balanced lightsaber form, increasing all damage dealt and reducing all damage received by 3%.
That's definitely something that you want to have on as a Sith warrior or as a Jedi Knight if you're playing that mirror class.
Okay, right now we're on a quest to find a new weapon for the Sith warrior. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's a special kind of vibro sword. Nothing too great, but better than what we're already using.
Excuse me, Acolyte. Sergeant Corman, 5th Infantry Company, Korriban Regiment. Can I talk to you?
Make it quick, Sergeant.
Of course. You're the Acolyte Overseer Tremel had brought in special, right? Heading down in the tomb to show what you're made of?
And to find myself a Sith Warblade, apparently.
Well, here's your chance to not only show off for the Overseers, but start building ties to the Imperial military as well. I'm here commanding a hard target mission to exterminate claw slugs in this tomb. They're horrific things. Mouths bigger than your head. I've lost 3 squads of good men fighting them. They come in packs. They'll swallow a man whole.
Death is a way of life.
Yes, sir. But the mission is in danger of failing. Sending more men isn't the answer. The damn claw slugs breed so fast there's no way to wipe them out conventionally. So we started targeting their egg chambers. They went insane. We managed to get explosives to all of the egg chambers, but the claw slugs were all over us before we could detonate them.
I remain unmoved.
I know, but we can't do it without you. You have a tactical advantage my soldiers don't. The Force. That makes you worth a dozen normal men. Don't underestimate those claw slugs, sir. They're smarter than they look.
Okay, let's just go ahead and grab... Oh, I thought there was another quest over here, but I guess there's not. So let's go ahead and head on in.
We've got a quest from Ranger Rick to basically kill core slugs and detonate on explosives over in this general area over here, as you can see on my map.
I know myself, I will be playing Dark Side. I imagine Talsen will too.
Yeah, something about being a Sith pureblood and not playing a dark side character just doesn't quite fit right.
I would actually prefer to play neutral, but they haven't implemented any kind of neutral reward system yet.
I wouldn't recommend anyone playing neutral right now, at least until they actually put it in the game. Because right now they intended on doing something along those lines so that there's a reason to play neutral, but right now it's rather pointless.
Yeah, you're really just kind of gimping yourself by picking neutral. Just try to stick to either completely light or completely dark.
Those are some dead core slugs.
Yeah, they are. Looks like we still need 5 more for the side quest. And this seems to be a pretty popular place right now, so getting 5 more might be a little challenging.
Very interesting main character ahead of us.
Yeah. You see a lot of those on this server. Okay, just one more. I don't... Oh, here we go. These will work. Okay. Go turn this in, and we leveled up so we get a new ability.
I don't think they have any money though.
Oh, that's true.
I heard the explosions when you set off the charges. Outstanding, sir.
He had a lot to say. I don't really see why they even bothered putting that in.
No Jedi will
Didn't
be able to
really
stand against you.
improve my immersion at all in any way.
Yeah, that was a little bit of
Is a lie.
waste of voice acting there. But we did get a pair of boots out of it. And we now have our Force Charge ability. This is instant, has a cooldown of 15 seconds. It jumps to a distant target, dealing 48 to 54 damage, and immobilizing the target for 2 seconds. This is basically, what ability was that in WoW?
It was the warrior just called Charge and WoW. It's practically the same thing. The only real difference is you actually jump in the air a little bit. It's also kind of like, I guess you could say, it's a little bit like the, it's the 85 ability. I cannot remember what that was called.
Heroic Leap, maybe?
Yeah, Heroic Leap. There's a data pad over here that also offers another quest. I am not going to bother reading this as I already have. And if you want to read it, you can always pause the video and read it yourself. Alright. So basically, we gotta defeat 2 looters and recover 3 artifacts out of it. Should not be very difficult.
I should add that at this level there is absolutely no difference between trying to tank and trying to DPS as a Sith warrior. We have the same gear, the same abilities. That doesn't really change until level 10, and even then you can still complete the first Flashpoint and the heroics without having an actual tank.
Yeah, when the game was in beta, for any of you that didn't know, the Bioware had it so that the class trainers weren't able to give you either your spec, your actual full-fledged spec, so you couldn't be a Juggernaut or a Monitor, for instance. It's showing you'd already done the Black Talon instance. But they actually proved to be very difficult at times, that if you didn't have a healer, you would wipe on the same guy repeatedly. I know when I was playing my Republic Jedi Guardian, we were fighting, I believe the guy's name was Iron Fist, and we wiped on him, I don't know how many times. We didn't have a healer, so it was awful to try to do. So luckily Bioware was smart enough to basically move the class trainers closer, actually before you left the orbital station, instead of actually getting it on German costs.
And it makes that first Flashpoint really enjoyable. It's a pretty easy Flashpoint, but it's a lot of fun. It's definitely something you want to take the time to do.
Alright, looks like we gotta go down this way here. We got our class quest in one area, and then we have our side quest in the other area.
Okay. would you like to do first? Class
Let's go ahead
quest?
and do the class quest. Since it's straight ahead anyways.
Okay.
Now, the thing that you do that some may not know if you haven't played the game yet is if you're grouping with someone and you're doing a class quest, well, actually, I'll shut up for a moment since we're going into a cinematic. Kind of reminds me of a fencing sword.
I was thinking more along the lines of jousting.
Hey, yeah, sure, it kind of does look like something like see a knight using. Alright, but what I was saying before is something that you'll realize is that if you haven't played the game yet, if you're grouping with someone, you can do your class quest together, but it only counts for the one of you. If you are in, say, your buddy's instance, it is not going to count towards your story quest. You basically can help him, but you're going to have to go back in and repeat the quest for yourself as well. Which I'm not entirely sure why they did it that way. I wouldn't see any reason why Bioware couldn't have made it just like any other group quest. But I guess, well, I'm thinking maybe the dark side or light side choices, but that doesn't really matter either.
Yeah, the way it's set up right now, one of you happens to be a little bit faster than the other, you're going to have a lot of standing around and waiting while the other person catches back up on their class story, but...
Yeah, I would honestly recommend if you're going to be grouping with someone doing this and you're going to be the same class or even different classes, you're just better off doing each class quest by yourself just to get them so that you guys aren't literally doing it twice. So yeah, dispatch 2 more of these droids here.
Okay, I'm already outside and waiting on you.
Alright.
Okay, now off to our side quest for 3 artifacts. Let's see. I think they're in the room over here.
Yeah, quite a few slugs in there, so we'll try to get around them. Disgusting little creatures.
Nope, I pissed them off.
We did just get a bonus quest to kill 2 more, so I'll get that dispatched quickly. Alright.
Oh, there's another interesting name in front of us.
Lucifer Dark Soul. It seems like he's actually grouping with Succulent. That seems to be quite colorful.
Now, I actually have a character on a role-playing server here. And so far, I've not come across any unusual names on that server. This is just a general PvP server. And
So anyone who's played World of Warcraft or any MMO for that reason should know how ridiculous the names can be. So just expect the usual, like in any sense.
if you're grouped up with someone and they loot one of these artifacts, you can instantly loot it behind them. You don't have to wait for the next respawn. Alright, and I'd just like to remind you guys, if you found this video helpful or just enjoyed watching it, please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel. There will be many more to come of Star Wars, League of Legends, Skyrim.
We'll see you next time.